Hey, good good morning, everybody. National African Business Association. These are your weekly NABA notes for Monday, May 8th, 2017. All right, let's take a top of the key. NABA Central, you know who you are. That's right here in this good old state of Michigan and the surrounding areas. You do understand we have an Inkster DDA meeting that's coming up next Tuesday. Next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Special guest will be Jason Dixon of the Dixon Medical Group. He's going to come in and speak to us a little bit about pushing some financial and housing initiatives in the city of Inkster as it pertains to solar energy. I've invited him to come speak to the DDA board. We also got a couple other guests that may be joining him as well. Let's make sure we have a quorum at that DDA meeting. I also need to know where we at with the farmers market, cultural arts district, things of that nature to move the process forward. Still working on Inkster Ignite. I'm putting some things together for that, identifying some additional money and some resources to really get the things going. Just to let you know, this month we'll be launching our workforce development piece at the Inkster Public Library. That's under the leadership of Miss Donna Sherrill, who is our library director. Of course, I have a hand in that. Inkster Public Library, as well as the Inkster Economic Development Corporation, are working hand in hand to make that workforce part a reality. Now, part of that, what that is with the workforce is training our residents in soft skills. That's like resume writing, basic computer skills, and things of that nature. And so I'll be posting the dates and times for that momentarily. And so stay tuned for that. The other thing we need to keep in mind is we're getting ready to move into the summer months. I know it feels like winter out here right now, but we're getting ready to move into the summer months real shortly. So we need to step our game up and our visibility. I was on Dr. Corletta Vaughn's show yesterday. We did a great job. Most of you have seen the link. If you haven't seen the link, text me or inbox me on Facebook, and I will send that link to you ASAP. And that way you can take a look at what we were discussing. Bishop Corletta Vaughn, worked with her. I was her campaign manager back in 2009 for Detroit City Council. We ran a citywide campaign. She's always respected my wisdom, even though she's very wise, but always respected my wisdom and direction. And one of the things we talked about on the show and off the show, she is looking to push medical marijuana as a business in the city of Detroit. However, what I kind of explained to her was don't just open up a dispensary or open a cultivation center, tie it in with biotechnology. And that way, if you tie it in with biotechnology, it'll be under STEM. And that way you create a different angle of redevelopment in terms of tax credits, business support, and also medical technology. That's all fused into one under biotechnology. And so she agreed to that, and she wanted to get the ball rolling with that. That's just another NABA plan. This is how we get down in the National African Business Association. So we have a lot going on. Went to the Owerri party Saturday in Southfield. We had a great time. I'd like to support my Owerri folks, my folks out there, and build the networks and kind of collaborate on some things. Hey, like to say to hang out with my two board members this weekend. That was Winnie and Sherry. Hey, thanks a lot for hanging out. Happened to visit. Actually, it's funny. Went over Winnie's house. Of course, we chopped it up, and then we went to the party together Saturday. And the other thing about Sherry, Dr. Henderson, of course, you guys need to support the Michigan Trade Summit that's coming up May 23rd at the Guardian Building here in downtown Detroit. Make sure you are at that. For those who are part of NABA Central, that's an all-day event. We had a great time last year. I said some words. We just had a fabulous time last year, and we hope to do it bigger this year. But Dr. Sherry and I, what was funny, we ended up at the same church yesterday with Pastor Sylvia and Larry Jordan at Family Victory Fellowship. Didn't even know we were going to see each other. I just happened to go out there to see the Jordans. I haven't been out to the church since their son passed away, and had to go out there anyway. Wanted to look for Pastor Jordan's daughter, Lauren. Wanted to talk to her a little bit about African fashion because she's deep into that industry. And we just sat up there and talked to have a good time and talked and fellowship. So it was good to see both of my board members this weekend. Hey, kudos to Terrence Campbell. You know who that guy is, Director of Cybersecurity over at Wayne County Community College District, Deputy Director of your center. Kudos to him. I love how he is engaging with our NABA Abuja team in Nigeria, with Sister Vicky and her team, in collaboration of trying to do online training with cybersecurity. I think this is groundbreaking. This is the type of energy and action that I like to see with the National African Business Association. So we're doing a great job on that end as well. Moving on to NABA Houston, ladies are up and running. Sister Cecile has the Go Blue for clean water. The Go Blue for Clean Water, that's her nonprofit. We're looking to do a couple of blue parties. I've already talked to her extensively about doing a blue party here in the state of Michigan. Let's try to do one at COLA. Let's get Phi Beta Sigma involved. Go Blue. Let's get the University of Michigan involved. Go Blue. Let's get the state of Michigan involved. Go Blue. This is a blue water state. This is a blue water state. We're a Great Lakes state. We're talking about raising money for clean water technology in places like Cameroon, where she's from, in Nigeria, parts of West Africa. And so I want to really, really sink my teeth into that. But NABA Houston should be collaborating. I know Sister Caroline is pushing the whole financial literacy piece and the financial wealth management piece. We need to go and support that and get our businesses and our communities engaged in that process. Ladies, you should be meeting. You should be meeting and collaborating and moving the process forward. NABA DC, where are you at? I know recently Timmy and Sherry hooked up at the Botswanian, with the embassy. I was gonna say ambassador, but the embassy. So that's some good collaboration on that end, from a board member to our chief information officer. Got to get NABA DC up and moving. Let's collaborate on some ideas on what we need to do to move the process forward with NABA DC. We got a lot of policy on the table. We got relationships, discussions on the table. I see what you guys are doing individually, but what are you doing collectively to push the process forward? And don't forget, May 21st, we have a national conference call for everyone. National conference call, May 21st. That's going to take place 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We need everybody on the call. There's a lot we need to talk about. Promise not to keep you on that call no more than 45 minutes. But we still have a lot to cover and a lot to talk about and a lot to discuss as it pertains to the direction of the National African Business Association. Can't move NABA unless you are engaged with the NABA plan. NABA plan is always dealing with STEAM. It's always dealing with cultural arts. It's always dealing with allied health. It's always dealing with agricultural and renewable energy. It's always dealing with global education. And it's always dealing with microenterprises to impact women empowerment. That's our 6 points. So we want to make sure that we are adhering to the NABA plan as an organization, no matter where we're going. Got to get NAPAC involved, Nigerian American Public Affairs Committee. That's our official political action committee. I'll be meeting with those guys real shortly. I'll sit down with the president, who also sits on our board of directors as well. Sit down with the president and bounce some ideas on how we're going to move this whole process forward. So we have a lot of things that we're doing, a lot of things that are going on, not just in the city of Inkster. We should be marketing Inkster right now. For those in NABA Central, Courtney Banks, I'm still in contact with Redeemer Federal Credit Union in Texas to bring an e-center to the city of Inkster. We'll be moving on that real fast this week. Special shout out, speaking of NABA Central, special shout out to my man Justin eBay up in Pontiac. Happened to meet with him over at 1917 American Bistro on Saturday. Have a very long discussion face to face about his role going to be here in NABA from Pontiac. I'm gonna give Pontiac that whole northern Oakland County. That's his territory. He knows how I feel about that on a personal level, but it's all good. I'm glad he's there. Gave me a tour of his church, Destiny Faith Chapel. And basically, we're going to get some things going, kind of use that as an anchor institution to get some things going in the city of Pontiac as it pertains to business development and empowering Africans within northern Oakland County. So we're glad that Justin is going to help us move that process forward. And he wants to do cybersecurity like myself and Rary and the rest of the team. So he is a class act, and we need to give him all the support that we can give him. So check this out. These are your NABA notes. Didn't want to spend too much time. Didn't want to spend too much time on running my mouth. But we need to be working as a team. Team effort only. Anything you have to give me some feedback on, let me know or let Rary know. We are both your national co-directors. And let's move this process forward. Let's go.